As a child, I dreamed of leaving my hometown in Michigan. I never imagined I'd end up living and working in 15 countries across Africa, Asia, Europe, and Australia. Exciting, yes, but I have to confess that when I first moved abroad, I stayed in my comfort zone and mostly just befriended people like me. This was incredibly isolating. So I started to reach out and make friends with my neighbors. I was surprised by the amount of joy and belonging I felt by building these relationships, and most importantly, by working together with these trusted neighbors on the community issues that affected all of us. When I returned to the US, though, I realized many of my friends feel as isolated as I used to. They have their work friends, but they struggle to escape their bubbles. Many don't know their flatmates, let alone their neighbors. This is not unusual. 74% of US Americans meet with a neighbor once a week or less, and a third of us have never met our next door neighbor. This makes us unhappy, lonely, and less tolerant of the neighbors we don't know. Magnify that by one neighborhood after another, and is it any wonder we have such a divided country? But all is not lost. All over this country, I hear stories about backyard concerts, street cleanups, community gardens, and even neighborhood-led policy changes. I've become obsessed with figuring out why some neighborhoods have that spirit of coming together to improve their community. It's actually quite simple. All these neighborhoods have someone who takes extra steps to care about those around them. You might know them as block captains or even block mayors. They're the ones who answer calls for help, welcome new neighbors, and plan the best block parties. I call them block stewards, and I'm lucky to have gotten to know dozens of them. I've learned that block stewards tend to be older, with more free time, experience, and networks for dealing with local challenges. A lot of block stewards work alone, and many, if not all, would love to have more neighbors, especially younger generations, join in. But most people don't know how to get involved. Most city meetings, local Facebook groups, and next-door forums focus on sharing information. But where is the place to discuss neighborhood challenges, explore new ideas, and organize efforts for change? This is where I can help. I'm working on a platform to help neighborhoods define their shared goals and their strategies to achieve them. I work with block stewards to invite their neighbors to answer 3 questions. What do you love about your neighborhood and would like to keep preserved? Where do you see opportunities for change? And how can we work together across generations to make these dreams into reality? After neighbors have these conversations, they can use the platform to set their priorities. And then they can go offline to turn these ideas into action. If you share this vision, I would love to meet you, because block by block, we can co-create a country where everyone can feel the joy and belonging that comes from working together as solutionaries.